Hello everybody, welcome to week 33, it feels like, it probably is week 33, and I'm here with fellow dragon in training, Izzy. Say hi, Iz.
Hi.
She's now back into proper training and been abroad for a while, so she's got 3 months, hopefully in the Lake District, perfect terrain, while I'm down here in Essex. Hopefully we're going to get a couple of recce's in together, so the next few weeks, 12 weeks, real hardcore element of the training now. So tonight I'm running to the track 6 miles. I'm going to run home from the track 6 miles, and I'm just going to coach tonight and start to make that my Monday routine to get 12 miles in. Then I'll add a morning 6 miles, so Mondays will kick off with 18 very shortly, probably from next Monday. No, not from next Monday, because that'll be just after the Pennine Barrier 50, so maybe the week after. Bye for now. I don't know if it's the energy of having Izzy with me for the first bit, but this run is feeling better than I could have ever anticipated today, because I knocked my 6 in the morning on the head because I was just too exhausted to go. I really was, I had to be honest with myself. And I've had a very tiring day of work, never felt on it, everything was a struggle. And but this run to the track at the moment, yeah, averaging about 9:30s, but it feels really nice. Maybe it's downhill. Find out on the way back, won't I? Sun helps, and blue sky. Now I've got 3 litres of water in here, which is far more than I'm going to need for a 6 mile there, 6 mile back. And I've loaded up with loads of clothing, because the answer is, to your question, why? Got to get used to these packs on your back, haven't you? Got to get used to the weight, and I'm getting more and more used to it as each week goes on. But yeah, I'll probably wear them for just about every run now with 3 litres of water, no matter what the run. Morning folks, welcome to Wednesday. This would normally be a nice big 15 mile run, but I wasn't going to mention it again, was I? But I've got to mention it because it's just part of life, isn't it? This hill pain is worse than ever, and Saturday's 50 mile Pennine Barrier is looking very, very doubtful at the moment. I ran to the track and back on Monday, and on my way back after 2 miles, on the way there, absolutely no pain whatsoever, not even on the warm-up or anything. I actually thought, finally we turned the corner, it's fixed, happy day, joys. I was so happy. And then I was running back from the track 2 miles in. I thought, oh hello, bit of a niggle again on the old hill. And then it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where I couldn't walk practically when I got indoors. So I rested yesterday, and I'm always positive. I always think it'll heal itself, it'll be fine. So I've come out for a little jog here to see if I can do 3 miles. And I'm walking, that's a good sign. But I can't run on it. It's anyway, so I'm going to go and get some more acupuncture, dry acupuncture as a last ditch attempt. Just keep throwing money at it, that's what you're doing it. Just keep throwing money at it and hoping and praying. And then see whether any magic can be worked there. Then I'll have to go for a jog Thursday or Friday just to see if it's what it's like, and then decide if I do this 50 mile. Even if I do the 50 mile, I'm pretty certain I'm going to have to bite the bullet, even though we're in a crucial stage of training now, where I'm going to take 2 weeks off of running, I think. And I've got to walk in the gardening job, I can't avoid walking, but I'll just cross train and I'll do strength work solidly for 2 weeks, and then we'll come back for the Keswick Mountain Festival without any running build up and see what happens. Not where I wanted to be. I tell you what, I'm motivated. I've got the motivation, I've got the fire, I've got the passion. I want to train. Training has gone incredibly well, and now this is starting to really take the michael, really. But it is what it is. No point in getting resistance and fed up about it, is there? Although I say that, but you can't help it getting into your psyche a little bit. But I've got to find a way around that. That's up to me personally. So I'm going to try jogging again in a minute. I haven't even got a mile into this, but I would love to at least complete a 3 mile distance, see what happens. I've tried different shoes as well. I've got my higher states on today rather than the Scarpas. Doesn't seem to make a blind bit of difference. Okay, that got better. I can jog out gently 10.5s. So on that basis, if I can keep it like this for the next couple of days, I'll go and do the Pennine Barrier, because it's the Yorkshire Three Peaks and I've never done that. And my view is they give you a nice, quite generous cut-off. So even if I have to shuffle along and hike most of it and get pulled out at some stage, at least I've got a good training session out of it, of hiking. So at this point, 30th of April, it looks like we're going to go. Let's see what happens, shall we? Good morning, folks, and welcome to Thursday. It's good news day, because I went for some dry needle acupuncture yesterday and found the last few niggly bits of the calf, plus did a little bit in the actual foot itself, and come out for a morning run, put my high states on again, and tiny little bit of a niggle to warm up, but here I am running pain free again. So looks like the Pennine Barrier GB Ultras 50 mile of the weekend is on. I'll do another test run tomorrow in the Scarpas to make a shoe choice, but it may well be the higher states, to be honest. They feel far more comfortable. So here we go, folks. See you tomorrow. So between us, the lady Layla Andrews in Felsted, who's very good at fixing sports bodies, I tell you, we agreed that it's more than likely track intervals or just being on the track and running on the track is triggering my calf into dodgy zone. So between now and September, both agreed, no more track. I'll run there and run back and coach group, but no more actual running on the track. We can pick that up again next year. And also we've agreed after this 50 mile of the weekend, no running for 10 days, just my gardening job and strength work instead in the gym, and we'll give it a 10-day period to completely get itself sorted. Nice to have a plan, isn't it? Believe it or not, there's a church hiding in there. Good morning, welcome to Friday, 2nd of May. Now this is just, as I said, another 3 miler, test the heel out, change the shoes up. I'm in the Scarpas. Oh, it's going to be a difficult choice. I think the higher states are more comfortable, but I don't know if I want to run 50 miles in them. Might fall to pieces. We'll see. I think I'm going to throw it down to a toss of a coin and we'll see what happens. Anyway, all systems go. Off to Leeds this afternoon. And why Leeds when it's still another 38 miles from the start of the race is because I didn't realise how big Yorkshire is and how big the Pennines are. I thought we were going to stay with family until I realised they're about 80 odd miles, 100 miles away from the start. So the cheapest accommodation I could get and the closest was Leeds. Never seen Leeds. Be nice to see Leeds. So there you are, yeah, a weekend trip out there. Nearly ready to go. Second GB Ultras 50 of the year, of the 3.
with you on that one. It's always good to know that
What I've started as I planned to, pretty much right at the back, and we're on our first steppy climb. I like this part of the races where you can still have lots of company, lots of other competitors on the way back in. 45 miles won't be the same. Well, straight off the bat, this beach just hands down straight into trails, straight into proper running, proper terrain. I'm only a mile and a half in. Look at that hill over there, leaders snaking through already. There's the leaders. We've got a 2-mile section out and back, and they're over there already. Horrifying. Far more runnable now. 12 minutes 36 miling average so far, but we're going to, I think, have quite a lot of runnable section until we get to the 25-mile loop. So, experimenting with food a little bit on this this one. Actually, let me just show you. See where I've got my poles? Learned that on the recce weekend. Just shove them in your vest. Yeah, it works, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm experimenting with food. I'm trying Treks on this one. Plus the usual jelly babies, Edam cheese, gels and Bruce bars. But you've got to experiment with food, see which ones work for you. So I'll let you know. Also footwear, I did go with the Scarpas, and at the moment feel awesomely comfortable, not even a slight hint of anything from the hill, so let's hope that continues, because we're all in for a good day. Weather is stunning, absolutely stunning. Oh man, that was lucky. Just literally past some public toilets, and oh yeah, I nearly went the wrong way as well. And I had never got the chance, let's say, to set myself up properly for the event at the start, because there's a big queue. So now we are good to go again. What a relief. Funny looking little mountain, and it's like a node and a flat top header, I suppose. Anyway, I'm munching. Just been through the first trip point. Now we're onto the circuit of the Three Peaks, which is where the real fun begins. That was fun, almost breaking into scrambling for bits and pieces there. Quite enjoyed that. Short and sharp though, not like Wales where they go on forever. Penny again, apparently. Quite a climb. So what goes up, goes down. 20 miles in, folks. Not making anything like the progress I hoped. Hill is a little dodge, which was making running on the good road sections quite tricky. But I'll see Jenny and Ben at the second checkpoint, which will be quite an uplift.
Thank you guys.
Coke's awesome. I tell you what, Jen, the climbs on this and more than just.
Yeah, I mean that's your next little bump.
That's the next bump, is it?
Bump, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
It's a slow one. It's a bit of a slog, that one, yeah. Bye.
See you at 34 miles. That's our next bump to get over. "25 miles in, 5,000 feet. I'm absolutely spent, but I will finish." Halfway around, so making progress. This is really quite some descent. Huge boulders. Doesn't that look like a naughty little climb ahead of us? A local chap just said that's 7 minutes to hike apparently. We shall find out. I think I mean more like 70 minutes. Reminds me of that hill on the skyline in Derbyshire. Lose Hill or Win Hill. Summit of, what's this one called? Inglebrook. Inglebrook. I think Jenny's going to be in the next few minutes. Goodbye to the last checkpoint behind me. We did the last 12 miles and supported. So I filled my 3 litre bladder up with Talwyn again. Taking as much nosh as I can. Coke, squash, should see me to the finish. This is going to take 13 hours, folks. Long time. What a lovely grassy descent for the last Well, we're in the last mile and a half now. Gosh, this has been a beast. Trust me, it hasn't been nice grassy descent fields like this. And I didn't film much of it, so you'll never know. I hope it's road to the finish. Of course it's not road to the finish. What was I thinking? This is GB Ultra, isn't it? I mean, you know, when you can see the finish line from up on the hill, they're not going to take you along the road, are they? To be fair, this is much nicer than the road. Last mile, baby, last mile. I think these are all balls. And finally, if you keep going, eventually you always end up, there's Jenny, at the finish. $18.54.